tough par fours. Who likes them? Absolutely nobody. Well, I'm going to play one and show you how to conquer it. Let's get going. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are on the second hole at Villa Sol. This, my friends, is squeaky bum time. We need to walk down the fairway in single file. She is tight. So we've got a couple of options. It's 447 yards and there's a little bit of puff into us. Now you can see from the flyover, wow, it must be, I reckon 15 to 18 yards wide at its most narrow and probably 30-ish yards at its widest point. So it is tight. We've got a ditch running all the way down the left. So left is no good. And we have got villas all the way down the right. There is no joy other than centre fairway. Now these umbrella pines grab the golf ball like the worst spider you could ever imagine. We need to be straight. We need to go into this tee shot with a strategy. I'm going to talk you through two strategies to play this hole. One aggressive, one defensive, and we're going to play all of the way down the hole and see how we get on. First up, we've got the driver. Now, for me, what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to pick a shot. We haven't got much fairway to play with down there, so we absolutely need a shape. So what I'm going to do, as it's a dogleg left, I'm going to be setting myself up down the right wing. I'm going to be aiming down the right edge of the fairway towards the houses. God, you got to love it. And then I'm going to try and hit her out the schnauzer, hit her straight out the nose, out the toe of the golf club, and hopefully I'm going to see myself with a little bit of a draw down there. As usual, I'm going to do my little rehearsals. I've always got my feels in my golf swing. Now, because I'm trying to make the ball draw, I want to make sure that my ball is slightly further forwards in my stance than I would have it maybe normally. That's going to allow me to hit up a touch more. If you haven't seen my attack angle video, make sure you go check that out, because you'll really start to understand how the attack angle can go up in your golf swing and it's not just about sitting back and striking up. So the ball being further forwards allows me to hit up, but also because the ball is further forwards, the club is going to start to move back in. And again, that's going to help me hit her out the toe. I've got my intermediate target. I'm going to aim her down the right hand side. The ball is slightly further forwards than my normal ball position. Aim for the toe. Let's see how we go. Yep, she's drawing back nicely. Not too bad at all. Let's see the defensive play. So I've now got my hybrid out, and of course the hybrid is considerably shorter than my driver. That's going to potentially put me in play, but it's certainly going to leave me a slightly stronger shot into this green at 447 yards than I'd like. But the trade-off is that I'm going to hopefully keep my golf ball. Let's play the hybrid and let's see how we go. So I'm still looking to see my draw shot. Going to leave us a bit more though. Yeah, that's coming back right edge of fairway probably. Yeah, that's not in too bad shape. All right, let's go down and play him. After the hybrid, we are left with 201 yards. Off a hanging lie, to a back flag, with a bunker front right. There is not a lot going for us here. So this is real strategic stuff now, because I'm going to work really hard at making my four from this point. For what I've gained off the tee in not taking driver out and sticking it in the fairway, which by the way wasn't that much easier than the driver, I've still got to play a stellar shot here. So 200 the flag. I want to pitch it, well, it's playing 5 down, so it's 195 the flag. 5 short of that, it's a 190 shot. There's a little bit of hurt, so probably playing 195. I've got myself a 6-iron. The reason why I've got myself a 6-iron, that's about 190 club for me. I'm going to try and use the slope and try and turn it in. So I'm going to set myself up to the bunker up on the right hand side. Normally I never use the slope. I normally like to fight the slope because I don't like that feeling of the ball. I miss targets left. I don't like the feeling of that ball overdrawing, but I'm going to use the slope on this occasion because I want to move it away from that bunker. I've got loads of space out in that back left hand corner. So my line is the right edge of the trap. And what we're going to try and do is turn her in and see how we get on. Oh, it's definitely turning and it's gone a little left of the green. Front left hand corner. I'm pretty pleased with that. That wasn't an easy shot. Let's go see where the driver is. 144 to the flag. So the driver 300-ish yards. Pretty pleased with that, into a bit of breeze. I've got some tree troubles down the left here. I feel like I can get to the right of these ones on the left and over the ones just past that. The lie's great. 145 for me, 150 is a wedge. It's a back flag, so I would like to hit a shot that I feel comfortable that back is not going to be brought into play. I've got a trap front right there, but there's about 20 yards between that trap and the flag, so my minimum carry is around the 115, the 120 mark. I feel this is compared to the 6-iron I just had off that hanging lie, this, my friends, is a doddle. You watch me dump it in the front trap and plug it. But this is a much, much easier shot. So for the strategy off the tee, taking on the hole, it's really paid off. Now, I wouldn't be saying that if I've blasted a couple out of town. You have to play a shot at the end of the day, one of the hole, or on a tough hole, you have to stand up and be counted. I chickened out off the tee with the hybrid. I had to stand up and be counted with the 6-iron. We'll see where that 6-iron's gone in a moment. So it's a 145 shot. I'm going to play it 145 into the breeze. I'm not really going to try and hit it much past 145. This is a fairly simple shot. I'd fancy my chances as long as I don't get a jumper. It's got that sort of lie about it. But hopefully she'll come off okay. I'm pretty pleased with that in the air. Yeah, that's not too bad. I mean, for a 465 yard par 4, to have a drive and a wedge, it was going down the flag. It's just come up a little shy, but it is a back flag. It was a tough shot. I'm pretty pleased with that. Let's go see where the 6-iron's finished. So the 6-iron, it actually pitched just on the green here. There was my pitch mark, and it's just rolled off the edge. I mean, from 200 to this green, I'm pretty pleased with that. I've got a fairly simple chip here. I've got a bit of a tier law. If you just pan across to the hole there, I'm going up a tier. It's a fairly simple chip, really. I've got myself a pitching wedge. I just want something that's got to have a little bit of gallop when it gets on the green. I don't want to have to feel like I'm hitting it too hard. Now, if you've watched one of my videos on chipping, really trying to keep the energy in the handle low, really feel the weight of the head in an effort to get the feel of the chip shot. So I'm pretty pleased with that. I mean, that's worked out quite nicely. I mean, I'm going to make my 4. How did I feel about that hole though? I'm not sure. I mean, I'm quite a good driver of the golf ball, so I felt quite comfortable off that tee with my driver. Would I, if I was playing that last hole for my life? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I would have done. I like the driver. It's an aggressive play, but it gave me a wedge. There's a ditch down the left-hand side. I could hit it at that ditch. There's another fairway on the other side of the hole that you might be able to see from the overhead that I could have bottled out and wanged it on that. So it felt like just going down the left could have opened up the hole a little bit more for me, but I chose down the right to draw it back in. You know, playing it a few times, I might chop and change between the two. The net result is I like the driver off that hole. I didn't like standing there with 6-iron off a hanging lie into this green. Having said that, I played the half decent 6-iron. I've hit a half decent chip shot. and I've made myself a pretty easy 4. Cut into this shot here. Here's my pitch mark. It's pitched 35, 40 feet short of the flag, backed up, and I've got myself a 40 footer. I mean, it's not the toughest putt in the world, is it? I mean, I'm going to hit this with my wedge. I'm too lazy to go back and get my putter. Haven't hit that hard enough. But the point is that the hybrid put me under pressure, because even though I got it off the tee, it felt like I was always going to have a lot to do. But consider both options. Those of you that are great drivers of the golf ball are going to go with that. Those of you that go with hybrid because you're a bit scared with the driver, you're probably more times than not on a super tough hole, you're going to make a better score with your hybrid. So that's where I would recommend. For me personally, I'm going to stick with my driver because I like free balling it, baby. If you've enjoyed that, do hit the like, do share and subscribe while you're here. I think you'll agree. That's good coaching. Good afternoon.